Good morning, everyone. My name is Vikram Kumar barnwal, and welcome to my YouTube channel English Devotees. So today I have very interesting topic. My English topic is based on pronunciation. As we know that without pronunciation, your English can't be executed. Like most of the people who have a good vocabularies, even if that they have the complex kind of words making, they could easily talk to the people. But if the pronunciation is lagging, definitely you can't impress a positivity right towards the people. So right now that this topic is completely based on pronunciation. As you can see, like we are just having a first word that is called, what do we just pronounce this one? Buffet, buffet, or what? The right pronunciation, as we know, as we might be most of the people who speak wrong while just pronouncing this, like you have to say buffet. You need to say buffet. Like most of the time, like whenever you are on the party, whenever you are on the ceremonial places, like what happens over there? Like they just placed a lot of the foods, like a different varieties of the foods on the table. So what do? We approach to the foods and just serve ourselves, right? We don't rely on the other person like they are gonna serve us, like. So that is called the buffet. Now we have the next word that is called forget. No, you don't have to say like that. You don't have to pronounce this way. You have to pronounce forget. Like as the words o associated with the f, so most of the people pronounce o while just pronouncing just forget. Like this might be the wrong way just pronouncing, rather than just go with f with u. There will be a u sound while pronouncing forget, right? So you need to speak forget. As we know that if something is erased from our just brain, we just forget something. It means that we just lack in the things which remembered before, right? Now we have the next word that is called chows. No, you don't have to say like that. You need to pronounce like cows. So what's the meaning of cows? As we know that if there is a disorder of something, if there is confusion of something, we can say that it is cows, right? Yeah, there is a cows. Now we have the fourth one that is called neglect, or what do we say? So the right pronunciation is neglect. So e is associated with the n. There shouldn't be a kind of the sound of e, rather than we have to say like ni sound, right? Neglect. So what is the meaning of neglect? If we are just paying no attention to something, if we are ignoring something, it means that we are neglecting them, right? So these are the words which is quite fashionable and have been just using in day-to-day life. So you need to use those words in a frequent way, as well as you need to practice with the pronunciation, so that you're going to be familiar with those words. So if you don't practice, definitely you will be just lack right pronunciation. Now we have the words radar. Yeah, mostly I used to say the same thing, radar, but you don't have to say like that. You have to say radar, right? So sometimes we do a broken down with the pronunciations, then we can just influence a right pronunciation, right? So radar, basically what does radar means? A kind of the system or a kind of the device which produces a kind of the radio waves. So they're just all concerned just producing radio waves to detect a kind of the aircrafts or kind of the direction. So this is the right meaning of this one. Now we have the next word that is called negotiate or negotiate. What do we need to speak this? We have to say negotiate. So e also will be e. You don't have to produce e sound with n. You have to produce I sound with n, like negotiate. As we know that negotiate means if you are negotiating something, it means that you have just indulged in some kind of conversation and just you want to reach in an agreement. That is called negotiate. So, and also that in place of word negotiate, we have the words like convincing someone. If you're convincing someone, giving satisfaction to someone's by just agreement, right? Now we have the next word that is called hypnotize. No, no, no. You don't have. You are just pronouncing right. You don't. You have. You need to say hypnotize. 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 So it depends on your just practice. Definitely, if you just keep on just practicing with the pronunciation, like most of the people, because we had a kind of the wrong notion, like if we these are the words have to be speak on like that, but what happened, like in the school days we used to speak like same thing, so we just had a kind of the we had a kind of thought, no, these are the words are pronounced by this one only. But right now most of the people, also used to get a lot of the jolt after getting the right pronunciation. I used to make a lot of incorrect pronunciation. So after a lot of the practice, we'll just get on into the right pronunciation. So hypnotize means basically when you are hypnotizing someone, it means that you have just somewhere that control the brain of someone. You have just made the others unconscious by you just talk and just made him just what you want to say him. Now we have the words that is called April. No, no, no. You need to say April. April. I was pronouncing really wrong before. Like I used to say like April. You don't need to say like that April. You need to say like April. April. Now we have the last but not the least word that is called capacity. Capacity. No, no, these are so much funny. Like if you just pronouncing these kind of words, you might be indulging in the unfamiliar situation, as well as people might just make a prank on you. So the right way to pronounce this word capacity. Capacity, right? So capacity means that when you have the kind of the ability, or just have the ability to understand something, have the ability to do something, it means that everybody has a different kind of the capacity, right? Like someone has the capacity to lift a 30 kg weight, someone has the capacity to ride a bike, someone has the capacity to do some other things, right? So this is this way that we have to pronounce and just get the fluency. So without pronunciation you can't reach to the fluency what you want. So I used to do the same thing, and also the natives, those who just became native speaker, they used to do the same thing. They just put a little amount of the effort each and every day for the pronunciation, and their just pronunciation are just so much fluent, their pronunciation are right, correct, and that is why that it helps them to have the good fluency with the people. So in this way, like it is given like your wrong pronunciation will mess the understanding between two people. Yes, if you are just having the wrong pronunciation with the people and having indulged with the conversation, even if that people are just familiar, that's okay. Like if you are just friend, they might not accost you in between just conversation. But if there is a native speaker, if there's teachers and well qualified teachers, those who can speak English well, if you're just talking to them in that way, like just if you're pronouncing so much incorrect word, definitely you are just gonna just mess the whole conversation. The people will just quite just uncomprehend your just conversation. So rather than just practice more and just put yourself on the track, so this is how that you can just have the kind of the good or right pronunciation, right? So today is just Diwali, as we know that. So happy Diwali to everyone, and you have a prosperous and the auspicious day ahead. So just keep on indulging in just practice, and just look that the outcomes will flabbergasted you. So if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe, press the bell icon, so that whenever I'll just release a video, you will not miss, and just get yourself hooked. Thank you. Have a nice day.